Hey everyone! In this course, we're gonna build a complete Node.js API from scratch. We're gonna cover a lot in this project. A clean and scalable project structure, Prisma ORM to interact with the database, full CRUD operations, JSON Web Token authentication to secure the API, centralized error handling, pagination for working with larger datasets, search functionality, and plenty of best practices along the way. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start by creating a new Node.js project. I'll open up the terminal in VS Code and run npm init -y. The -y flag just accepts all the default values, so we don't have to go through the prompts. And that creates a package.json file for us. Next, let's add TypeScript. So I'm gonna say npm install -D. The -D is for development dependencies. Then TypeScript. We'll also install TSX. That lets us run TypeScript files directly during development. And then add types/node. These are the node type definitions. Alright, let's run that. And there they are. We can also see that the node modules folder was created. Let's add a gitignore file right away. And we'll include node modules in it, since we don't want that getting committed to Git. Alright, now let's initialize TypeScript. I'll clear the terminal and run npx tsc --init. And that creates the TypeScript config file. Next, I want to make a few changes so we can use ECMAScript modules and modern import syntax. So inside tsconfig.json, let's change the module option to ESNext. Then right below that, let's add module resolution bundler. This controls how TypeScript resolves imports. Let's go all the way down to the bottom, and down here let's add ESModule interrupt true. This helps with compatibility between different module formats. Next, let's open up package.json. We need to add a type field and set it to module. Alright, now we're good to go. Next, let's create the entry point for our application. I'll create a folder called src, and inside it, an index.ts file. For now, let's just add a simple log. So we'll say console.log app is running, just to make sure everything is working. Back in package.json, let's add a dev script. We'll use tsx in watch mode. That way, the application automatically restarts whenever we make changes. So we'll say tsx watch, and then the entry file, src/index.ts. Okay, let's run it. I'll clear the terminal and start the dev script. npm run dev. And you can see the message printed out in the terminal. Since we're using watch mode, anytime we make a change, the application will automatically restart. So if I go ahead and change the message to "it works" and save, you can see the output update right away. So at this point, TypeScript is set up, everything is running, and we have a good starting point.